Hi folks, so I thought I would make a little video because I've had three separate conversations with three separate clients this week, also happen to be female, about they feel like they're addicted to sugar, and they feel like that's hampering their progress in terms of the diet. So I have 100% been there. I was a full-on sugar addict a few years ago. So I don't know, you might recognise this in yourself, you might not. You might be the sort of person that just feels like they've got to graze and nibble all day long. You might be like a sort of an obvious sugar addict in terms of like you drink Coke, you're drinking Red Bull, orange juice, you're eating sweets. Some people are like addicted to chocolate, Haribos, stuff like that. Or some people are what you would maybe class as like a bit of an undercover or a bit of a healthy sugar addict. So you might be addicted to stuff like granola, cereal bars, foods that you would maybe traditionally think are a bit healthy, like dried fruits, another thing, like flavoured yogurts, fresh orange juice, or these like smoothies and pre-prepared like protein shakes and milkshakes you can buy, all absolutely rammed and jam-packed full of sugar. Also things like packets and jars of sauce, like your pasta sauces, soya sauce, things like that. Anyway, so if you feel like you're addicted to sugar, you might feel like it's really, really difficult to control your appetite. So that's how I used to feel. I used to just feel like I can just never feel full, or just always want to eat all the time, and I used to really struggle to control my diet. And then I would just like massively fall off the wagon and just go into this huge binge on sugar. If I had like one biscuit, I would have 3 packets of biscuits. If I had one slice of cake, I would eat the whole cake. Could not control myself. There is a bit of a sort of scientific background to that. So our bodies, from a physiological standpoint, have not changed since cavemen or cavewomen times. So if you think back to those times, thousands of years ago, sugar was scarce. So when we were hunter-gatherers, we would maybe, certain times of the year, we would maybe happen upon some berries or some fruit that we'd be able to eat, or maybe we'd be lucky enough to find bees, and honey, that sort of thing. So your body is actually programmed when it finds sugar, because sugar used to be so rare, your body is programmed to not have a shut-off point, if you know what I mean. So your body's programmed to literally gorge on sugar. So your body stocks up for times of famine, or for hard times. So when we were hunter-gatherers, it wouldn't be unusual for us to maybe have a couple of days where we couldn't really find any food, or weeks or months' time when times were really hard. So your body's actually programmed to stock up. So that's why you have these fat stores in your body. So your body stocks up for leaner times. So unfortunately nowadays humans, our intelligence is such that we've created food in massive abundance. It's so cheap. You literally just need to drive through like Dunkin' Donuts and get about 12 donuts and ram them in your face along with a big sugary coffee. So easy to get sugar, it's so cheap. We don't have to work for it, but our bodies have still got this mechanism where we don't shut off. We've just gorge, and our body stores it as fat, and then that is a problem because you get overweight. That's aesthetically it's not pleasing, puts pressure on your joints, bad for your teeth, and then over time people develop conditions like diabetes. So most people, if you're addicted to sugar, you want to break that cycle. So how the hell do you do that? So for me, what I did was I did it gradually. So I identified where there was sugar in my diet, and then gradually started cutting it out. So I did it over maybe like 6 or 8 weeks. So first of all, started with breakfast, because traditionally people start the day with sugar. So you start your day with sugary cereals, stuff like that. So cut out the sugar in the breakfast. And then next, I think I went to drinks, so cut out sugary drinks. And then it was the snacks, and then lunch, and then evening meal. Even stuff like soya sauce, got rid of that. And eventually I even got rid of fruit completely initially. Got rid of all sugar, and oh my god, my appetite was so much more easy to control. I was eating a lot of good fats, a lot of vegetables. At the time I wasn't vegan, so I was eating a lot of protein from like eggs and fish and meat and stuff like that, nuts. Really filled up on good stuff, good quality proteins, good quality fats, eliminated any sugar, learned how to read food labels, so looked at the ingredients in a food to see if there's any sugar in it, or any like fruit syrups, maple syrup, honey, dried fruits, all those disguised sugars, and then learn to look at the food label in terms of per 100 grams, or per 100 mils, how much of that is sugar. So if you look, bottle of ketchup for example, if you look at a bottle of ketchup, I think it's round about 50 grams per 100 is sugar. So if you look at that bottle of ketchup, and if you imagine that bottle of ketchup half filled with table sugar, so the white granulated stuff that you would put in your tea or coffee, that's how much sugar's in that product. And that really, really helped me. So I would just go around the supermarket going, 70% sugar, 40% sugar, something that was even like a savoury food or something that was classed as healthy, like granola, absolutely jam-packed full of sugar. That really helps me cut out the sugar. And then after those 8 weeks, once your body's totally reset, you will feel totally different. You'll be sleeping better. Your belly fat will definitely have reduced. For me, although I've got one spot today, my acne totally improved. Mood improved, everything, mental clarity was better, felt amazing. Then you can consider reintroducing a little bit of sugar and see how you get on. For me now, I've still got a real addictive quality to it, so if I have like a slice of birthday cake, it's really difficult for me not to eat the rest of the cake. But now, because I know what's going on in my body and mind, I can kind of sit with that feeling and go, yeah, I know what's going on here. And don't get me wrong, occasionally I will go into a little bit of a binge, but I do now find it much easier to reset. And if there is cakes or biscuits or chocolates available, quite often I will say no, because I've got that knowledge in my mind. If I have one, I'm going to probably have 20. I'm going to feel like shit. Not physically, not mentally. I won't beat myself up, like feel guilty, but my body will feel really crap from it. So you've got that knowledge and you've got that awareness in your body. And moving forward, I think that'll serve you really well. Don't get me wrong, it's not easy, but it's definitely worth doing. If you want to chat to me about it more, or if you've got any questions, definitely comment below. Share this with your friends if you found it useful, or just drop me a message and we can chat about it more. I hope this helps. Bye.